for Inside the Trenches with Super Bowl champion and national champion Marlon Favorite. Get ready for the top stories in the world of sports and entertainment. Hello, somebody. It's Inside the Trenches. Let's go.
Oh, yeah, baby. Welcome to Small Sliders. We live here at Small Sliders Friday, and that's every Friday. 11:30, 1:30, we're here. And then you can check us out. Shouts out to all the folks listening to us right now, 6 to 8 here on this Friday. But Monday through Friday, you can expect just that. We got DJ Tunes on the ones and twos, and I love it when we're out here doing our sports and entertainment here at Small Sliders. You know, we got to talk about these NBA playoffs. Things are definitely heating up. And you want to look at the NFL draft and some of those picks and those players and how things are going with them. It's just shaped up differently this year, right, with the draft. We're going to talk a little bit about that as well. And then we're going to look at how Joe Burrow is bouncing back, baby. That he is. That Bayou Bengal with the Bengals. We're going to look at Joe and see how his offseason recovery is going. But we want to thank Small Sliders, baby. Each and every week we're here every Friday at Small Sliders. Live doing, enjoying ourselves. I just definitely got me something to eat. I had, and fool around and eat all day. And just like that, got me a nice slider over here. And look, this Wednesday, May 15th, is National Sliders Day. So we're gonna have ourselves a great time here. We're gonna have DJ Tune on the ones and twos here. We're gonna have fun for the kids. You can bring the family out. It's from 2 to 5. May 15th, and it's Small Sliders Day, National Small Sliders Day. We'll have our deal right here at the Marrero location, 1635 Barataria Boulevard. I'm looking forward to it. We're going to be emceeing it. We have the Legends Fest this weekend, so we'll be talking about it out there as well. And be sure to download that app. Now, here's the deal. If you download the app, that will get you a free slider. Just like that, you'll get you a free slider by downloading the app right here on at the Marrero location for that event. So the NBA playoffs are definitely heating up. I'm really enjoying what we're seeing. To me, this has probably been one of the more interesting, fun NBA playoffs in a very long time. And I just really feel that if you look at this from the grand scheme of things and who's out and who's in. That's the main thing I look at, right? We're used to seeing Kevin Durant and Devin Booker making their deal here, cruising through the playoffs. We're used to seeing LeBron James. Remember that, Toon? You remember that bubble playoff when LeBron won it just gracefully? Him and AD just happened to be one of the best. You know, just taking it back to those times. You know, we're starting to see a little bit of that now. We have more opportunity for new faces. And you look at what the New York Knicks are doing right now, and we'll get into some of the matchups on yesterday and then talk about what you guys are currently y'all making y'all way home. Y'all can check out here this evening. But if you look at Bronson and, you know, what they're able to do in New York and keep things going out there, it's nothing short of amazing. And then even looking at the series with Dallas, I mean, Luka, his game is just elevated to a whole nother level, which we can really appreciate. And then there's the Boston loss, right? You know, Boston, this team, their fans not even used to seeing them lose like that, and they went out there and they lost. It's still a, you know, very, in my opinion, it's just a very competitive playoffs, right? When you look at it from the perspective of new faces making their names and doing their thing. It's Inside the Trenches. I'm your host, Marlon Favorite. Y'all feel free to tweet me at BigFave504. Tweet me at BigFave504. We're live here at Small Sliders. Got folks here just getting off work or taking a break on their evening and coming out and enjoy the sliders. Great deals, right? We have amazing lunch specials. We have amazing like I told y'all about the deal with the actual, you download the app, you could get the free slider, but it's also some other advantages to that as well. So one cool thing I do appreciate over here at Small Sliders is when they make your burger, they make it fresh right there on the spot, right? So you may wait a little bit. You may actually sit here and wait for your food a little bit. It will definitely get you your drink out to you, but it's just that freshness that's really appealing over here. And feel free too, if y'all want to come on down here and join us, when we do our lunch times over here, and you want to comment about something we're talking about, whether it's something with the Saints or whether it's something, where the draft or any of the different things that we talk about, feel free to come join us over here. Now let's get into a little bit of this NBA action. You have the Cavaliers getting the job done. Hold on, wrong. I pulled up the wrong thing on here. I was trying to pull up the Boston game and it went to the NBA page. That's one thing that is cool. We do get used to being in the studio sometimes when we record, so like the Wi-Fi is a little different with we're out here. But just to get y'all up to speed on the game, just 1 second here. So Boston did lose to the Cavaliers 118-94. Just at the beginning, the Cavs pretty much, for the most part, controlled the narrative of the game. You look at their play in the first quarter. You look at their play in the third quarter. And in the fourth quarter as well, they led all of those quarters, right? They were able to get things done. Do we see the series going 6 games? Do we see the series going 7 games? I think a lot of people do, too, and I don't know how you feel about that. I think a lot of people do, like, sleep on the Cavs. Like, when LeBron James left, it's like they lost their identity, but I think Donovan Mitchell been doing pretty good, huh? Yeah, Donovan, go ahead. What you were saying? Yeah, DJ Tune was basically, just what we're talking about over here is just like the difference in between the Cavs now and the Cavs then. The Cavs then, look at the 2016 basketball season with LeBron James, trying to get everything right, get the little mic together here over here. But yeah, Tune, what you were saying?
No, I was saying I agree with what you were saying about him. Especially the point when LeBron left the Cavs, everybody was kind of just like you said, identity crisis type thing.
Right.
But I feel like he was holding his own out. Like he's doing very well on the Cavs.
No doubt. And then like Donovan Mitchell, that addition to the team really made a big difference, and I knew they would have some experience being able to have some type of playoff push. Donovan Mitchell, 29 points on last night. Jason Tatum had 25 points. He's typically, been holding things down in his playoff matchup. So that's just a series a lot of folks thought was going to go one way, and it's pretty much holding its ground the other way. Now, in regards to the New York Knicks, boy, Spike is back live in it, right? Boy, Spike really loving it that the Knicks are back relevant after a very long time. But even throughout the season, this year, the Knicks season, they were kind of a mid-pack Eastern team at first, but, when it was time to get the playoffs and start heating up, things got better. Right now, if you look at that, the series going against the Packers right now, the Knicks are up 2-0. They were able to beat them the other day, 130-121. And the way Halliburton is playing for Indian, but Bronson on the other end for the Knicks, these guys are some competitive players. But in the world of in the themes of how Brunson is able to play, he's just being able to be that dominant point guard that they need. Some that we wish we would have had here, in New Orleans this season with the Pelicans. You had the opportunity to not only put your team in a position that, you got dominant players like B.I. here with the Pels. You got dominant players like Zion. But, when you got good point guard play, it's typically pretty good. So Rather get on G Sport about that Monday. He was like, oh, it's not going to be close, man. Indy going to run through them boys. But New York is definitely showing up. Taking it to the Western Conference. Pull up that deal. I mean, right now, I ain't going to lie to you. I want to see Dallas go ahead and get that deal done. But I think that Dallas will be a really good team to watch in the playoffs. I mean, given the fact that, in the finals, given the fact that Kyrie Irving is dominant the way he is. But I think one of the biggest surprises, and I would be remiss if I didn't talk about, was this Denver Nuggets team in the playoffs. We just felt like they were going to just walk their way back to another finals, and the Timberwolves are fighting. To me, them and Dallas are two teams that I think will be a really good Eastern Finals Conference championship. But right now, Minnesota is up 2-0. They beat them 116 to 80. I'm sorry. You look at the way Gordon is playing for Denver, and on the other end, Carl Edwards, Anthony Towns is balling, but the name that's been extremely hot lately has been Edwards. Anthony Edwards has just been the player that has really, slowly but surely became a big household name. So that's one series I do enjoy watching, and Minnesota is definitely up in that series. Lastly, here in the NBA, and y'all guys, again, hit me up on X at BigFave504. Who you think will get it done? Do you think that SGA got robbed out of the NBA championship? MVP. We remember the comments. We'll talk about that a little later in the show with Shannon Sharp and Shaquille O'Neal. But OKC is a team that's young and very dominant for sure. But, it is definitely a challenge. But don't go anywhere. It's Inside the Trenches. We're going to come back. We're going to talk a little bit more. We live here at Small Sliders, 1635 Barataria Boulevard, right here in Marrero, Louisiana. Make your way on over to Small Sliders right now. Enjoy yourself. We'll be right back here. It's Inside the Trenches on ESPN New Orleans.
Hello, somebody. It's the host of Inside the Trenches podcast, Marlon Favorite. Did you know Small Sliders had an app? You can go to your Google Play Store or your Apple Store right now, download the Small Sliders app in Marrero, and order your food right now. You want to get a number 2? Well, slide through. 1635 Barataria Boulevard in Montero. Small Sliders, simple on purpose. Are you a student athlete looking to take your career to the next level? Look no further than Conquer Sports Pros. That's right, Conquer Sports Pros. Our team of experts will get you guys on the right path to your student athlete journey in life. That's right, we have every position in football you need, and we also help out with other sports. At Conquer Sports Pros, you have everything from a list of consultation, training, and also media training. Yeah, that's right, when you take your career to the next level, play college and hopefully pro, you'll get lots of interviews. Call Conquer Sports Pros today. You can reach them at 504-319-6672 or visit marlonfavorite.com for more information. Hello, somebody. Hello, somebody. It's your boy Marlon Favorite. And when I'm hungry, I like to make my way to Small Sliders, 1635 Barataria Boulevard, Marrero, Louisiana. Simple on purpose. When I tell you their burgers are delicious, have some great sauce on them, I'm telling you, when you're just hungry and just need to grab a quick bite, this is the perfect place for you. Small Sliders. The customer service is nice. It's somewhere you can bring the family, hang out and chill, enjoy the atmosphere. Now, I'm a big boy, so when I like to take my Small Sliders, I like to get the biggest smalls. Double patties, bacon, cheese, you name it. Just a delicious burger. And I like to top it off with my favorite, the cookies and cream milkshake. There are 3 delicious flavors: milkshake, chocolate, vanilla, and cookies and cream. Small Sliders. Simple on purpose. Y'all come on and slide through, baby. And let them know that you heard about them on Inside the Trenches with your boy Marlon Favorite. Watch out there now. Well, hello, it's Marlon Favorite with Inside the Trenches podcast. Are you looking for a brand new car or you're tired of what you're driving around in? Or you just need wheels? Well, if that's the case, you need to visit Montero Motors, 1512 North Causeway, Metairie, Louisiana. At Montero Motors, our buddy Alberto will get you in a vehicle that fits you that day with no problem. They have vehicles that are pre-owned. You could do a trade-in that day and ride off in something that day. Visit MonteroMotors.com for more information and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast. Hello.
Step Construction is here for you with a brand new offer. We now provide affordable storage sheds. Stop wasting your money on overpriced storage units and portable containers. Step Construction can provide you with a custom shed that will fit your budget and storage needs. So contact Step Construction today at 504-340-5809 for your own personal quote. Let us help you take the next step at Step Construction.
Well, welcome back. It's Inside the Trenches. I'm your host, Marlon Favorite Weekdays, and we're live right here at Small Slider, 1635 Barataria Boulevard in Marrero. DJ Tune on the ones and twos representing. Shouts out to everybody out here enjoying a meal with us as we are enjoying the day, baby. Got a couple festivals coming up. I'm blessed, man. I'm excited to be able to perform at a few of them. As a matter of fact, me and DJ Tune will be at the Legends Fest, the K. Levy's Legends Fest on Saturday, hitting the stage, million bags. As a matter of fact, this last segment today, and for our viewers on YouTube, I'm not swatting at y'all. This flies just keep coming in my face. It's driving me. I don't even have no food. I got Burberry cologne on. Y'all think it might be the cologne? That's what it is. Always this good food over here at Small Slider, so make your way on over here, 1635 Barataria Boulevard. And we want to thank this segment sponsor, Uptown Sports Social. We're at Uptown Sports Social every weekend. Every Monday. Every Monday we're at Uptown Sports Social, 6 to 8 p.m. DJ Tune on the ones and twos there. We got it jamming. It's usually a fight on or one of the big-time football games, NBA playoffs on. Y'all make sure enjoy do the dollar wings there on the weekend. On Monday. You know why I keep saying weekend? Because I'm excited the weekend is here finally. But on Monday, 6 to 8, we do the dollar wings there. We do that every Monday. And DJ Tune is in there. I usually had a crew with me. G Sports, CL, Nola, Joel will be in there. We're just doing the same thing we're doing today, talking sports and entertainment. So y'all join us at Uptown Sports Social every Monday, 6 to 8. That's 3218 Magazine Street in Marrero. Off of Metairie. So you used to say Marrero. But I want to take this time to talk about what is the NFL actually telling us about their needs. Now, what I mean by that is, if y'all remember before the draft, everybody was doing their draft analyzing, and they was just kind of looking at some of what they kept talking about, should I say. They were talking about a lot of Caleb Williams. There was a lot of quarterback talk. It was a lot of O-line talk. But this draft was historical. First and foremost in this draft, one thing that stood out like a sore thumb was they didn't have legit any defensive players fall off of the board until pick, 14? No, 15. Because we picked at 14, we went and got an offensive lineman. But outside of that, we didn't see any defensive players come off the board. And in addition to that, you also had a situation where we didn't see any quarterbacks come off the board. So before we get to it, so let's do this first. We're going to go to the 5th round. New Orleans drafted Spencer Rattler out of South Carolina with pick 150. Now, before that, I'm just going to kind of skim up the list and tell you what I see the most of. I see cornerbacks, right? And I'm in the 5th round. Let me just go to like the 4th round. I'm on ESPN.com. I'm just looking at the draft. Carolina would pick 101. They went tight end. D tackle, offensive tackle, wide receiver. Y'all get what I'm saying? Like, what the NFL is actually telling us is not that there aren't a decent amount of good quarterbacks out there, but it seems like the teams are just shaping up their core. Y'all see what I'm saying? Like, it seems like one of those situations where most of these teams are, how could I say this? Most of these teams are saying, you know what? Let me use these second round picks, or let me use this fourth round pick to go get a tight end, right? That's Carolina. That's adding more weapons. They don't need a quarterback, right? And even you would even see teams draft a decent quarterback like in the third round, not to start the kid right away, right? But to, again, just to have a reliable talent. So what does that tell you? Is it the addition of the XFL, right? Looking at it from that perspective. Now, what I mean, I say the XFL, the USF, I mean the UFL, the combination of the USFL and the XFL, right? When their season is over, will teams take a look at some of those veterans? You know, you got guys like P.J. Walker, right, that had that opportunity. If y'all are just tuning in to Inside the Trenches, thank y'all so much for listening to us here on ESPN New Orleans, 100.3 FM. But we live at Small Sliders, baby, and we're just talking about, first and foremost, the 100 and some odd picks in between where there was no quarterbacks drafted, and we wanted to see what teams or what needs actually came up that we felt were in a position. Let's look at the third round. The third round was full of wide receivers, running backs, edge rushers. You had some running backs come off the board, like case in point, Blake Corum from Michigan. He comes off the board at 83. Now I'm sitting there naming all these. Luke McCaffrey from Rice, wide receiver, goes to Washington in the third round at pick 100. You see what I'm saying? Like, still no quarterback. Now, they did. I'm not saying no quarterbacks were drafted. We could easily go to the first round and see the truth. I mean, the draft started off Caleb Williams coming off of the board, Jaden Daniels after him, Drake May. That's three quarterbacks in the first three picks. And then you go Marvin Harrison. You get an offensive lineman and Joe Oat that comes off. He comes off the board at 5. Malik Neighbors from LSU, right? He comes off at 6. But then you have Michael Penix Jr., which, by the way, was the biggest shocker, right? Nobody in there and their mother thought that Atlanta, after giving Kirk Cousins a boatload of money, was going to go draft a quarterback, but that they did. And then J.J. McCarthy, he comes off at 10. And then Coach Sean Payton goes out and get Bo Nix. And then Bo Nix picks up at 12, and we don't see another quarterback pick until 150, and that's Spencer Rattler. So shouts out to the New Orleans Saints because, I mean, kudos to us, gives us a round of applause because at least we went and got late first round, second round talent at quarterback. So if anything goes wrong, we have a reliable backup. Also, if y'all didn't have a chance, I'm glad y'all are out here. I want to put, first of all, my folks listening to us here on New Orleans Talk Network streaming right now, and all our listeners on ESPN New Orleans, 100.3 FM. I need y'all to take out y'all cell phones, and I need y'all to get on the hot list, baby, to get text messages about exclusive deals, parties, mouth-watering food deals. I might have a free Sliders Day one day. You never know that, but you got to get on the hot list. The hot list number is 94253, and you want to text the word BIGFAV, that's BIGFAV, to get on that exclusive hot list. Want to let y'all know that for sure. But this is just different, y'all, and I don't know if it's just a situation where, like I told y'all earlier, where most NFL teams looking at building depth in their core. Now, when I talk about core, when you look at a football team, put it together like this. You have the guys that's on the line. The core is built from that line, right? So you have offensive linemen, defensive linemen, edge rushers, tight ends. Y'all get where I'm going with that? Linebackers, right? Running backs. That's what we saw. We saw teams building their core. We didn't see a whole lot of quarterbacks obviously coming off the board early or in those middle round drafts. It was a lot of elite receivers, coming off the board here and there, but that's back to building a core again, right, y'all? A core group of receivers. Let's look at Keon Coleman, right? He's a Louisiana guy out of Opelousas, Louisiana. He's been a character too. Like, he's probably been the funniest draft pick to date right? Not to date, I'm sorry, in this class, in this 2024 class, right? So I look at it in a perspective of a guy like him. You have a wide receiving core. They lose Stephon Diggs, Buffalo. You have to bring a guy in like that. A guy like that definitely helps you in the long run in building your overall core. And Buffalo, they have their quarterback, right? You know, they have a decent defense out there in Buffalo. So if you look at it from that perspective, they're a team that can get it going. It's Inside the Trenches. Your host, Marlon Big Fave Favorite. Y'all be sure to follow me at BigFave504 on X. Also on Instagram. Keep y'all up to date on all the things. Some festivals coming up I'm thankful to be a part of. Lots of things going on here at Small Sliders. We're here every Friday, 11:30 to 1:30 p.m. Just making it do what it do, baby. I will say this, and we have DJ Tune and DJ Platinum. They're typically out here, man, getting this music going. So, Tune, man, you excited about the festivals, bro?
Yeah, man, I'm ready. My first festival, man, I'm excited.
That's what you were telling me. So, man, you've been DJing around the city, been doing all these different things, and this is legit your first festival, like working?
Yeah, my first festival, bro. As much as I've been around the city and do a lot of stuff, like you said, clubs and people houses for birthday parties, or like maybe like little centers that they go to and stuff like that. Never did a festival.
No doubt, and we'll get a little bit into that. We'll get into that a little bit more later. But that's cool too. I'm glad that I'm able to be a part of your first time doing a festival. This is actually my second time, and I got my man Platinum in the building. So I'm lucky, man. I got the New Orleans Talk Network's very own live line crew. DJ Platinum, what's good, baby?
What's poppin' with you?
Man, all is good, Platinum. Me and Toon just talking about getting ready for these festivals, and you know, I know y'all are going to be at the Woodmill Fest. The live line going to be out there doing some live broadcasting. So what else you got going on?
I got a lot of stuff going on. Getting ready for the summertime. Doing my second annual K's Festival. So I'm getting ready for that. Live line, doors open for y'all to come out there. Fave, you can come out there, perform, do your thing. So if you want to set up a merch table, you come out there, set up your merch table too.
Well,
so
I look forward to that.
If you want to bring the ESPN radio out there, you come bring the ESPN radio out there too. So your doors open.
Hello, somebody. Well, sound like we got a little pop-up that's going to be going on this summer. DJ Platinum going to be blessing us. These guys going to stick around as well. And remember, look, y'all, every Monday between 6 and 8, we live on ESPN New Orleans 100.3 FM, but come join us at Uptown Sports Social. That's 3218 Magazine Street, right here in beautiful New Orleans, Louisiana. I mean, we got wing specials, drinks. We can watch the playoffs. Just have ourselves a good time. It's ESPN New Orleans, baby. We'll be right back on 100.3 FM.
Hello, somebody. It's the host of Inside the Trenches on ESPN New Orleans, 100.3 FM. Marlon Big Fave Favorite. Come join me every Monday, 6 to 8 p.m. at Uptown Sports Social. That's 3218 Magazine Street, New Orleans, Louisiana. Uptown Sports Social got them dollar wing specials between 6 to 8 if y'all come check us out then. And you can get the Gorilla. That's the Big Fave special. Uptown Sports Social, 3218 Magazine Street. Come on through, baby. Hello, somebody. Are you a student athlete looking to take your career to the next level? Look no further than Conquer Sports Pros. That's right, Conquer Sports Pros. Our team of experts will get you guys on the right path to your student athlete journey in life. That's right, we have every position in football you need, and we also help out with other sports. At Conquer Sports Pros, you have everything from a list of consultation, training, and also media training. Yeah, that's right. When you take your career to the next level, play college and hopefully pro, you'll get lots of interviews. Call Conquer Sports Pros today. You can reach them at 504-319-6672 or visit marlonfavorite.com for more information. Hello, somebody. Are you looking for your dream home? Well, if that's the case, you need to contact Joe Picolo at Godwyn Realty, right here in New Orleans. Joe can put you in your dream home right away. Joe Picolo and the folks over at Godwyn Realty put you in the house that you need. Even if you're looking to invest in some property, they'll do an excellent job with that as well. Contact Joe today at 504-251-8341. Again, that phone number is 504-251-8341. And also contact Joel at joel.godwynrealty.com. No need to dream anymore. Godwyn Realty will put you in the dream house of your reality. Hello, somebody.
It's that boy Fred, host of FanView Podcast. Tune into the NOTN app weekdays, 3:30 for the FanView Podcast. Go to NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com to watch more episodes of FanView Podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch.
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Call our business department today at 504-475-4793 to hear about our great rates. NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. We provide the people, you provide the business.
Hello, somebody. It's Marlon Favorite Weekdays with Inside the Trenches podcast. Do you need a quick car wash? Well, if that's a yes, you need to visit Crown Car Wash, 1336 Stumpf Boulevard, Gretna, Louisiana, on the West Bank, baby. Crown's the best. You get a spotless wash, nice clean tires, reasonable pricing, and free vacuuming. My favorite part about Crown Car Wash, they open 24/7. That's right, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can visit Crown Car Wash on the West Bank, baby, and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast with Marlon Favorite Weekdays. Watch out there now.
Okay, there we go. Come on. Hey. Welcome back, baby. It's Inside the Trenches. Your host, Marlon Favorite. And we are here live at Small Sliders Marrero, baby. That's 1635 Barataria Boulevard in Marrero. Having ourselves a good time. So folks are coming in and out, enjoying themselves, getting some lunch, enjoying the show. DJ Tune on the ones and twos. Had DJ Platinum joining us today, talking a little bit about some of the upcoming events here in the city of New Orleans. For all my sports lovers out there, I know it's important for y'all to have a good time as well. We want to take this time to thank our sponsor, Montero Motors, baby. That's Montero Motors, 1512 North Causeway Boulevard, right there in Metairie, Louisiana. Montero Motors, y'all be sure to hit them up. Y'all can make your way over there. Y'all got to go over there. Here's the deal. Now, we're at the live remote, so I can't assume that everybody's listening. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask y'all to let y'all friends know and let their friends know somebody need a whip. A lot of people are afraid to get vehicles right now because of the economy. The time is tough. Montero knows that. My boy Alberto, he's on top of that. Got it covered like a blanket. Don't trip. He got you covered. Go over there to Montero Motors. We're going to hook you up, right? You got what's called Marlon's money. When they say the boy's got his own money, the boy has got his own money. Got it from Coming to America. But, yeah, it's for real. I don't have my face on it yet. We're going to get all that together here shortly. But it's basically $500. It's a $500 bill. You can use that Marlon money, that $500, towards your new vehicle. So make sure y'all hit up my main man, Alberto, Montero Motors. Be sure to check them out. Y'all, I woke up this morning and I had the eye of the tiger, it's the thrill in the fight. I had all that planned. Like, it just woke up like I was in a Rocky movie or something. I got up with that attitude. And lo and behold, I roll over, look at my phone, and just go ahead and went to the Google, and I saw an article about Joe Burrow. So I said, you know what? We're going to talk about LSU's very own Joe Burrow today, right? So basically, the article reads, Joe Burrow is back throwing after his wrist surgery, and he feels great. So it's actually on yahoosports.com. And, you know, I got Platinum still with me, and I got Tune. I'm going to ask those guys about the Bengals' upcoming schedule. But last year, as y'all know, Joe Burrow got hurt, right? He had to have surgery on his wrist. He finally talked to the media recently, and he asked them, they asked him basically how he feels. He said, I feel great. It's good to be back. That's what Burrow said. He said it felt good the last 2 days, so I never really knew or know how I was going to feel until I woke up the next morning, but I was encouraged by the last couple of days for sure. So presumably the next time we will see Joe Burrow, he will be back, the quarterback superstar that we used to see. Y'all tweet me at BigFave504. Hey, is Joe Burrow a top 5 quarterback in the NFL right now healthy? Hey, I'm gonna say yeah, straight up. I mean, he came in the league and he proved his point quick. It wasn't one of those rises where it was a Bengals some kind of way sliding the playoffs. Fast forward, Joe Burrow is, shining because the team is just good. Like, this guy's first year in the pros, he struggled. He struggled big time because he didn't have an offensive line. Then they went draft his homeboy, Jamar Chase, mid product right here, not too far from where we are right now. And, the rest is history. Them boys, they lost to L.A., but, I mean, that was a whole different deal. So, man, Platinum, before I get into this schedule, right, we're going to look at the Bengals schedule. Is Joe Burrow a top 5 quarterback to you?
Yes. You in the top 5. How the quarterback looking now, since the older quarterback's retiring, now you got to look at who's going to be the key quarterback of the league now. Tom Brady ran the league for years.
Right.
He was the face card. Now who's going to be the face card as a quarterback in the league? They got a couple. I think Washington going to do good this year with that new quarterback Washington got.
Jaden Daniels. But you like them Tigers.
The Saints could do real good with the new quarterback. Got to play him now.
Right.
So my top, Washington, New Orleans Saints. You got to go home with the home team because that's the Saints.
There you go.
And the Carolina, the Panthers, and the team with you that said their quarterbacks going to do real good this year.
Now, Toon, I know you watch a little bit of basketball. You got in the top 5 quarterback. First and foremost, you think Joe Burrow healthy is a top 5 quarterback?
Healthy, yeah. But not just getting off what he getting off from right now. They put him in new. But yeah, healthy, yeah.
Okay, all right. I'm listening to y'all. Now, the NFL did release the teams that were going to be played. So we do know the 2023 season's home game and away game. So we will kind of look at these games. But we're just talking, if y'all just tuning in, we're here live at Small Sliders, 1635, Barataria Boulevard, in Marrero. Y'all come on through here, join us every Friday. We do our live remote. I know y'all are listening to us right now, driving home from work, but I just, wanted to invite y'all to come down and have lunch with us. Most folks slide through, like pun intended. Come get them something to eat, sit down. We have the crowd mic if y'all want to comment on some of the stuff that we're talking about here on the show. That's great, but we're talking about Joe Burrow, and now he's back in OTAs. That's organized team activity, throwing the ball. And I get what he was saying about that, fellas. He said he went to practice, and he woke up the next morning and felt great. Y'all know if you're just recovering from an injury or, you wasn't, you went to sleep with a headache or whatever the case may be, the next morning going to tell you everything you need to know. And the fact that he went through a regular team practice and sustained it says a lot about where Joe Burrow is right now. And that's good for him because, they do have a pretty interesting schedule. So the home games, y'all, they play Baltimore, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, Denver. I think that Denver game is going to be good. They play Vegas. They play Philly. They play the Commanders, and they play the Patriots at home. Out of those games, which ones do y'all think are going to be the most challenging, Toon? Platt, which ones you think will be the most challenging out of those games?
That New England, I heard the New England team looking good this year.
You think so with the new rookie with Drake May? You think Drake May going to turn them around?
Yeah, you can never say never. I'm just saying. I can say the Rams, LA. And they playing the Rams this year?
I think they play the Rams. They don't play the Rams. They do play the Chargers, but that's still an AFC matchup. The away games, well, of course, Baltimore and Cleveland and Pittsburgh, they're in their that's their division. But they go to Dallas. They go to Kansas City.
Kansas City supposed to look good this year, I heard.
Yeah, they just drafted Xavier Worthy.
Yeah, he supposed to look good.
Mm-hmm.
This schedule not no easy schedule. Like,
at all.
Because it could be some of the down teams could beat them. You never know.
Right.
So that's what I look at now. I look at like the first beginning of the season, the first 5 games of the season going to expose how the whole schedule going to look the rest of the year.
Yeah, and I'm with you on that one. And the division is hard, bro. I mean, you got Baltimore, Cleveland may be looking like something this year. Now, Pittsburgh is going to be an interesting team because they added some really good additions, right? We know the whole deal with Justin Fields and Russell Wilson, but on defense, they brought in Dante Jackson, the LSU product, and they brought Patrick Queen and that linebacker. They're going to be super competitive this year. And a healthy Joe Burrow, he still has Jamar Chase. He still has they spent a little money on the offensive line, so that's good. So, they basically position themselves. So, Toon, in your opinion, when you look at – I mean, for me, bro, I want to answer this to Platinum, too. To me, that Baltimore game, like even if you could go 1-1 with Baltimore, you're in a good position. I would possibly say, what you think we like, especially with them getting Derrick Henry now?
I mean, so when it comes to stuff like that, bro, I don't even know how to explain the situation. I really got to focus on the game because sometimes, like Platinum said, that could go what and what sometimes, though, at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
So I know it's definitely going to be a good game, though.
Nah, no doubt at all. And let me tell you something, y'all. When you start getting into them cold months, see, it's cool. You're fresh out training camp. You just found yourself getting in shape. But when you start playing, and they up north, but still, you start digging into them cold months. It's a whole nother animal. It just is.
And especially if you done had injuries.
Right.
If you done played sports, you done got bones broke, then you like you had said, he has got his wrist redone. Like
right.
So while you don't know how your wrist gonna do when it get cold, it can lock up on you. And then you got to sit down again because you're locked up on you. I'm lying, fam. You play football, so you already know them injuries like play a big cause.
You are not lying at all. And even like the bumps and bruises when it's cold, like it's if you just sore because you maybe had a nagging ankle injury or something. So when it get colder, you feel it. But one thing we do when it get cold though, we would like I can't speak for everybody else. I'll put Vaseline all over. And I'll put a long sleeve on over it, and that long sleeve will kind of like it'll almost serve as like an extra warmth or something like that. If but boy, that cold weather's something else. Well, I tell you where it ain't cold at. Out here at Small Sliders, baby. The weather is beautiful here all the time. Y'all make sure y'all join us here weekly. Every Friday we'll do this live remote. DJ Tune on the ones and twos. Talk a little Saints, talk LSU, talk sports here. And y'all be sure to tune in to ESPN New Orleans. 6 to 8 every week, Monday through Friday. Shouts out to Montero Motors once again, baby. 1512 North Causeway Boulevard in Metairie, Louisiana. Thank you so much for all that y'all do for the show. And y'all don't forget about that Marlon money, baby. That's $500 towards your next vehicle. It's Inside the Trenches. Small Sliders live on ESPN New Orleans.
Well, hello, it's Marlon Favorite with Inside the Trenches podcast. Are you looking for a brand new car? Or you're tired of what you're driving around in? Or you just need wheels? Well, if that's the case, you need to visit Montero Motors, 1512 North Causeway, Metairie, Louisiana. At Montero Motors, our buddy Alberto will get you in a vehicle that fits you that day with no problem. They have vehicles that are pre-owned. You can do a trade-in that day and ride off in something that day. Visit MonteroMotors.com for more information and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast. Hello. Hello, somebody. It's Marlon Favorite with Inside the Trenches podcast. Do you need a quick car wash? Well, if that's a yes, you need to visit Crown Car Wash, 1336 Stumpf Boulevard, Gretna, Louisiana, on the West Bank, baby. Crown's the best. You get a spotless wash, nice clean tires, reasonable pricing, and free vacuuming. My favorite part about Crown Car Wash, they open 24/7. That's right, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can visit Crown Car Wash on the West Bank, baby, and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast with Marlon Favorite. Watch out there now.
It's that boy Fred, host of FanView Podcast. Tune into the NOTN app weekdays, 3:30 for the FanView Podcast. Go to NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com to watch more episodes of FanView Podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch.
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Call our business department today at 504-475-4793 to hear about our great rates. NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. We provide the people, you provide the business.
Now New Orleans has a choice. Download the New Orleans Talk Network app for your mobile device or listen at www.neworleanstalknetwork.com.
Bridges, I'm your host, Marlon Favorite Wright. We're here live at Small Sliders, 1635 Barataria Boulevard in Marrero. Got DJ Tune on the ones and twos. We got DJ Platinum in the building as well. We've been talking a little sports and entertainment, and we are enjoying ourselves here, eating our sliders, baby. Just you got the thirst quencher. You got the nice milkshakes over here, something to drink. And man, if you're hungry, brother, sisters, come get y'all something to eat over here. It's such a good time. We want to take this time to thank Godwyn Realty. My man Joel with Godwyn Realty. Joel and CL, they'll typically be here with me on Fridays too. Mondays, you'll catch them around. Well, Joel is the official real estate company with us, Godwyn Realty. If y'all are looking for commercial property, if you're looking for residential property, if you're into selling your home, you're into buying a new home, hit Joel up at Godwyn Realty. You can hit him up, Joel at Godwyn Realty. That's GODWYN Realty.com. And he will get you covered, get you going. So, Tune, Platinum, I really think what I'm about to talk about next, and I'll just tease you guys listening. I think it all started with Cat Williams this year, right? Cat Williams started all this beef. He started everything. Because after that happened, then other comedians started to say, well, such and such did. It's like just everybody just pulling up all these old wounds for what? And then most recently we got, legit, J. Cole and Drake giving Kendrick all the props in the world, saying that he a part of the big three with them. And he said, no, y'all ain't no big three, it's big me. Then that went down. And then Kendrick and Drake, they went to beefing, and that's going around for a while. And I feel like we watching Holyfield and Mike Tyson fight. Well, it didn't stop. It didn't stop right there, y'all, because now Shannon Sharpe and Shaquille O'Neal, are they beefing now? Now this comes from a New York Post article that I read, and it's basically Shaq escalates feud with Shannon Sharpe over controversy of the MVP interview. So Shaq interviewed Nyoka Jokic, or we also call him Joker, about him getting the MVP, and he felt like it should have been SGA. Now, if y'all follow Inside the Trenches here on ESPN New Orleans 100.3 FM, CL been saying that. Like, CL been screaming SGA since football season. Like, CL been saying that since, like, December. And then as the season cooked up, we all started to see it, and it really looked like SGA should have been the MVP. Well, it went to Joker, and we don't have the audio queued up here, but I'll just explain it the best way that we could. Basically, long story short, Shannon said, now, Shaq, you feeling some type of way about him saying that about him. What about you? If you'd have worked a little harder and you'd have did your thing, you'd have got more MVPs. Shaq took to Twitter. He commented back, and it was a highlight of Shannon Sharpe being 51 on the top 100 all-time list. And then Shaq commented and said, if you're not at least top 10, don't comment. But Platinum, you were laughing when I brought up the thing about Cat Williams. Did Cat Williams store up all of this controversy in the industry right now?
Cat Williams started, you gotta understand. Now Jay-Z getting a backflash of stuff now. Now Rick Ross in the game that went at it. Last night, the game that dropped a diss to Rick Ross.
The Game dropped the diss to Rick Ross. Platinum, when that? Tune, when that happened?
Last night.
Oh, and you know what? I guess now it looks like sides are being chosen because something's coming at Kendrick too. Somebody's going, because this is how I'm looking at this whole, and I'm going to segue y'all on this a little bit for our listeners. This is all, for the record, to me, this is my opinion, some of this rap beef don't need to go as far, but this rap beef stuff, this is almost like a sport, like it's a competition. But let me get this right. All right. First and foremost, I think Drake has been standing his ground hard because Rick Ross made a diss track against him. Kendrick is going at his neck. J. Cole dropped out, jumped in, and then dropped out of the beef. Talk to me, Platinum.
But the key with this, Drake losing a lot of endorsements now. So you got to pay attention to the rape allegations. You got to understand, Drake is sponsored by Nike. He is sponsored by Tidal. So all these, you losing your endorsement now. Somebody put out an article last night, the endorsement Drake losing. So this not the whole thing to Kendrick Lamar. They're like, chill out the beef, because when you make rape allegations and you got endorsements, it's a whole different ball. You know about it, Fab. You was in, you know what I'm saying? If you play sports, you know about the endorsement. Yeah. Once a rape charge come up, you can lose all your endorsements. That's where your money come from, your endorsement.
Now that is definitely true. I mean, that's the fact. Even to this date, I mean, it's just a clean image keeping thing that has to happen. And this happened once before. I think Drake lost some endorsements when the Pusha T thing went down.
Yeah.
So it's definitely been some things. But when I woke up this morning and I saw this Shannon Sharp thing and Shaq, I'm like, no, this did not. And shout out to my homie Mario Harass. He in the building, ESPN's very own. He just got over here at Small Sliders with us, Jonas. But man, I'm just checking this out. Now, Shannon Sharp and Chad Ochocinco, they do their nightcap late night podcast. And then basically Shannon Sharp said Shaq was never considered as one of the GOATs. Now, I have to disagree with that. Tune, Shaq, first and foremost, fellas, is Shaq a top 10 all-time NBA player?
Definitely
top 10.
Definitely.
I'm saying that too.
He paid way.
Without a defensive player, you ain't gonna win games.
That's all I'm saying.
Without somebody that can shoot underneath the goal, you think half of them teams gonna win games that shooters? Don't
all
work
right.
like that.
Besides Shaq, who else they had besides Shaq? Like,
right. And especially at that position. And I'm adding him top 10 of everything. Like, all right, let me ask y'all this then. Does Kobe do what he did without Shaq? Well, he did it once in 11. He did. Who he had on that team? He had Gasol. He had Paul Gasol. That's right. That's cool. Man, that's crazy, man.
He still had help.
He still had help. And then Shaq had D Wade. And did Shaq get one in Boston?
I don't know.
No. It was just Miami.
I just know he was a demolisher with the Magic. That's what I know him for, and I've been liking him since with the Magic.
Him and Penny was a nice hookup.
I thought that the Magic. Dang, that was
that dude.
All right. Now on the flip side, in Shannon Sharp's defense, on the top NFL list, they put him at 51. Shaq, I'm gonna be real with you, bro. It's 12 of y'all out there. Shannon on a team with 53 other guys. We gotta factor that in, right? Now let's look at it like this. Do y'all look at Shannon Sharp as a top 10 tight end of all time?
I do. Shannon Sharp is up there. That's who I was watching growing up anyways. Shannon Sharp,
Tony Gonzalez,
all of them.
Yeah, I consider him like you gotta look at it. Both of y'all are legends, and y'all, however you look at it, and you put both of them on. If you would put both of them at the same sport, Shaq would have demolished him because he tall or bigger. You know what I'm saying? But Shannon Sharp faster than him.
All right, I'm gonna say this then. Both guys are very charitable guys, right? Y'all know where I'm going with this. And we do a charity boxing event. Who gonna win that?
Shaq. All Shaq got to do is put his hand over his head.
Shannon big now, dog. Shannon
no, you ever saw Shaq hands?
Yeah, man. Shaq.
Austin, he big. Now,
I'm about to give you a funny thing.
But if Shannon could get,
I'm about to give you something funny. You gonna laugh after this. So you remember All-Star Weekend was down here?
Yeah.
Guess what I always popcorn on? The Shaquille O'Neal. That boy stood up. I'm like, oh no.
Platter's gonna leave that thing looking like Martin at the Hitman Harris episode. It's Inside the Trenches, your host Marlon BIGFAV Favorite. As y'all see, we have ourselves a great time over here at Small Sliders. You should too. Y'all come join us. If you're just tuning in, we're talking about this beef between Shaquille O'Neal and Shannon Sharp. just to give y'all a little background, Shannon Sharp was critical of Shaq, saying that Joker shouldn't have won the MVP. It should have went to SGA. And then Shannon then comes back and replies and says, Shaq, you could have won more MVPs had you worked harder. Shaq replied back to, it was back and forth for a while. I don't know when it's going to stop. But this will be a good idea. Maybe the athletes can show the entertainers how to do this. If Shaq, I'm taking Shannon, dog. Listen, I'm a betting man during football season. Listen to me. I am taking Shannon. I feel like, yeah, Shaq bigger, but if Shaq missed and Shannon get up in him and boom, boom, you don't want to do it, she can drop him.
I wonder if the wife got something to do with it too. I wonder if she picking Shannon Sharp's side. Cause you know they had some kind of thing when she had her little interview talking about Shaq and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, they did.
She was down talking to him, saying I never love him. Shaq replied back, I wouldn't love me too.
Wait, hold on. That was on Shannon Sharp's podcast?
I don't think that was Shannon Sharp podcast. That was somebody else. Yeah, I seen it. But she was in there talking dirt on him too. And he was like, and Shaq replied when he seen that boy say, I wouldn't love me too. So they got people questioning her about did she really love him? Why is she saying that if she got all the kids with him, or was it for the money the whole time type stuff? So that it, you know.
Mike, real quick, I know we're about to take a quick break, and I asked Platinum, and I asked Tune the same thing. Do you feel like SGA got snubbed? You felt like it should have been Joker or SGA?
I think it should have been SGA.
Yeah.
Probably. So, especially how it looks now, in retrospect. Even though I know you can't do it retrospectively, but yeah, you kind of see the difference right now, especially.
Y'all would probably agree across the board. Yeah, me too. And listen, bro. Fred made a good point the other day. I was talking with him. Fred from FanView, comes on Thursdays. He said they should just wait till after. Wait till everything's over and then pick it. Then pick the player. So we'll continue to watch. And of course, we'll keep y'all up to speed on the NBA Finals. It's Inside the Trenches, baby. DJ Tune on the ones and twos. We'll be right back here. Small Sliders Live, baby.
Yeah, I'ma be somebody. You never know when you gonna need somebody. Hello, somebody. Yeah, I'ma move my body. Yeah, you gonna be somebody. You never know when you gonna need somebody. Hello, I gotta represent. Fave in this thing, I'ma make it make sense. You can shake a leg for me. Move them arms for me. Are you looking for your dream home? Well, if that's the case, you need to contact Joe Picolo at Godwyn Realty, right here in New Orleans. Joe can put you in your dream home right away. Joe Picolo and the folks over at Godwyn Realty put you in the house that you need. Even if you're looking to invest in some property, they'll do an excellent job with that as well. Contact Joe today at 504-251-8341. Again, that phone number is 504-251-8341. And also contact Joel at joel.godwynrealty.com. No need to dream anymore. Godwyn Realty will put you in the dream house of your reality. Hello, somebody.
Now New Orleans has a choice. Download the New Orleans Talk Network app for your mobile device or listen at www.neworleanstalknetwork.com.
Hello, somebody. It's your boy Marlon Favorite. And when I'm hungry, I like to make my way to Small Sliders, 1635 Barataria Boulevard, Marrero, Louisiana. Simple on purpose. When I tell you their burgers are delicious, has some great sauce on them, I'm telling you, when you're just hungry and just need to grab a quick bite, this is the perfect place for you. Small Sliders. The customer service is nice. It's somewhere you can bring the family, hang out and chill, enjoy the atmosphere. Now I'm a big boy, so when I like to take my Small Sliders, I like to get the biggest smalls. Double patties, bacon, cheese, you name it. Just a delicious burger. And I like to top it off with my favorite, the cookies and cream milkshake. There are 3 delicious flavors: milkshake, chocolate, vanilla, and cookies and cream. Small Sliders. Simple on purpose. Y'all come on and slide through, baby. and let them know that you heard about them on Inside the Trenches with your boy Marlon Favorite. Watch out there now.
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Call our business department today at 504-475-4793 to hear about our great rates. NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. We provide the people, you provide the business.
The Trenches live at Small Sliders, 1635 Barataria Boulevard in Marrero. Y'all make sure y'all come check us out at Small Sliders every Friday, roughly around 11:30 to 1:30 as we do our show here. Come sit down, have lunch with us, enjoy the music. We have DJ Tune on the ones and twos all the time. Y'all go ahead and enjoy yourselves with us here at Small Sliders, baby. We also want to take this time to get everybody to get on that hot list, baby. We need y'all to text the word BIGFAV. That's BIGFAV to 94253. So the message is BIGFAV. That number is 94253. Y'all get on that hot list. So here's why you want to do that. You will receive text messages from us whenever there's, let's say, for instance, we may be giving away four or five NOLA Gold rugby tickets. You can take your whole family to a rugby game on us. Get on the list. We have Small Sliders Day next week, May 15th, National Sliders Day. We might send some. I might talk to my man Rick over here. We might do something crazy with that. You know, get y'all, I don't know, we might, everybody that show that might get a free milkshake or something. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. Rick, if that ain't a good idea, don't hurt me. Please don't get me. I'm just throwing it out there. Right? But you won't be able to receive any of these things if you don't get on the hot list. So text the word BIGFAV, BIGFAV. I know some of y'all are driving. And the number is 94253. That is right. I'm excited, y'all. I'm telling y'all why I'm excited, y'all. It's springtime. Things are starting to heat up around here. Me and DJ Tune was just talking about this off air. We have a couple festivals coming up here. We're performing this weekend at the Legends Fest. The Legends Fest, K. Levy's Legends Fest is going to be in Vacherie, Louisiana. That's down 3127. That's near Donaldsonville, basically the far west bank. If you're leaving from here, we're going to be there from 12 to 6. Lil Reezy, he's going to be there. Stephen King, yours truly, me and Millie on bags. As a matter of fact, Mario, for the last segment, we're going to give them a little teaser of the show here. And speaking of Mario, yeah, y'all used to hear Mario on Tuesdays coming on Talk Pels. Well, Mario right here with us in Small Sliders right here. I have ESPN New Orleans' very own Mario Harraz. What's down, Mario?
What's good, Big Fave? Glad to be with you. That sounds lit. Might try to make it out this weekend.
Okay.
And for now, very happy to finally make it out here, man. As you know, I've been a big fan of Small Sliders for a long time, but this is the first time I'm checking out the West Bank iteration. Already digging into the sliders here. It's delicious. This is a long time coming, man. Very happy to be here.
I'm glad you're here. Look, me and Mario have been talking about this all fall. But now you got the sliders from the Best Bank, baby. One of the best ones around, definitely.
Hello, somebody.
Hello, somebody. And then, look, we have the Woodmere Fest on the 18th. The Woodmere Fest is going down right here in Woodmere. It's going to be on Glenmere. That's from 1 to 7. Got a couple things coming up. My girl Tamika, she has a dance runway. I'm going to do Hello, Somebody for it. And shouts out to PNC and Hot Boy Ronald. They just added me to their festival, the New Orleans Block Party Music Festival. So I'm excited about that too.
Man, can I just take a second and say, like, New Orleans is the best? Like, there's always so much to do here. And this is at a time where it's kind of becoming boring on the sports calendar, right? Like, the Pelicans are eliminated. We have to wait several months for football season. But the weather's getting nice, as I was just discussing with Terry. And there's always so much to do here, man. It's really nice being back into 504 for myself, after being in Baton Rouge the last 3-4 years.
That's right, Mario. You were out there. You were definitely working out there at ESPN Baton Rouge, and now you're back home. So how you enjoying it being? Now you with ESPN New Orleans, staying in the family. That's cool.
Yes, sir. Shout out Truck and Gus and all our pals over there. It's been awesome, man. I got to take in Mardi Gras and actually kind of enjoy it, not have to worry about getting back to work right away. So that was really nice. And yeah, man, this is home for me. It's always going to be home. So it's been really cool, and working for 100.3 has been a great experience so far.
Cool, man. We enjoy having you here for sure. Man, the SEC especially recently, have been producing some really good quarterbacks. I think next year you look at SEC. Well, of course, you got Quinn Ayers is now SEC quarterback now, but you got Jalen Milrose. Well, I was just looking around a couple of articles, and I stumbled across this on CBS Sports. All the tape we watch, it's Joe Burrow, it's Matthew Stafford, it's Peyton Manning. I want to be the next guy. The Tennessee Titans' very own quarterback, Will Levis. Man, Mario, when I sent that to you, what was your thoughts when you heard that?
Oh boy, it's definitely silly season in the NFL, right? And if you remember, Levis towards the NFL draft where he got drafted, just started darting up draft boards. Some people even had him as the number 1 overall pick. I think some sportsbook had him as the betting favorite to be the first player picked. And you definitely see the raw potential, but for him to put it all together on this level, to the point where you're bringing up those guys, I'm not really seeing that just yet. That's really adventurous. But if you're a young quarterback like that, I guess you got to have that confidence.
You do have to have that confidence. And then he came from a conference where if you were the quarterback, I don't care if you're A.J. Swan at Vanderbilt, you have to be competitive because it's no ducking the schedule. You're going to see a LSU. You're going to see a Florida. You're going to see a Alabama. But his career at Kentucky, he finished 17-7 as a record as a starter. Just to go through a couple other things, 43 career touchdown passes, which is 5th on the University of Kentucky's career list. Total passing yards, 5,200 yards. He had 6 300-yard passing games at the University of Kentucky. His senior year alone, he was named the SEC Fall Academic Honor Roll, so that's good. He got the Johnny Unitas Golden Arm Top 10 Award. He was on the Manning Awards watch list, Walter Camp Player of the Year watch list. So his senior year in 2022, I remember it like it was yesterday, he really lit things up. And like you said, even at his invite at the Combine, he did pretty good at the Combine. Even when he took over as a starter at Kentucky last year, we saw the potential. But in order for him to be even mentioned with a Joe Burrow, what are some things we have to see him do next year?
Well, the guys they picked up over the offseason had to compliment him really well. I mean, a quarterback that young, I think that's kind of coming into his own because we know he's a good runner. Even going back to his Penn State days before he transferred to Kentucky, we always saw his athleticism. But he's got to really be able to spread the ball out to Calvin Ridley and DeAndre Hopkins, who's getting a little older, and Tyler Boyd from the Bengals, who I thought was a really good pickup for Tennessee. And it's going to have to be an offense specifically built to his strengths. This is somebody who's really good on design runs, but still kind of coming into his own from the pocket. Maybe overachieved in that regard a little bit in his rookie season, but you really have to tailor an offense to his strengths. And I'm curious to see if Tennessee can do that, man. I mean, we were just talking off mic about the decision to fire Mike Vrabel. I thought was really interesting. Apparently, he might have trouble getting jobs because he's very physically intimidating. One ESPN report said that. So you really got to tailor make your offense to Levis's strengths. He's even going to approach those capabilities in the NFL.
Wait, hold on. I'm going to need you to run that back, Mario. You say one of the issues of him getting a job is he's intimidated. Is he going to the interviews with like cutoff shirts or something like that?
No, he's just a former linebacker / tight end in the NFL. And I forget what report. That might have been Diane Rossini, actually, with The Athletic, that said that part of the reason why he was not able to get a head coaching job was because he's physically intimidating. And it's not just for the players, right? This is the whole organization. Like, he's dealing with marketing people at times. He's dealing maybe with, sales people at times. So I could see why that is. But if that's the determining factor of you not hiring a coach in the NFL, that's also kind of wild.
It really is. And just looking at the Tennessee roster now, you have Coach Brian Callahan in there. You have Coach Nick Holes is an offensive coordinator, and Dennis Wilson, Denarin Wilson as the DC. But support directly around him. Now, they do go get J.C. Latham. I think he's going to be a solid left tackle for them. They went and got Laura Cushenberry from LSU, spent a little time in Denver at the center position. So, he has an offensive line. But then you look at his weapons. I mean, D-Hop has been off, I'm going to say the last 2 years, but a lot of his inconsistency came from inconsistent playing the quarterback or passing in the quarterback. And then you have Calvin Ridley and Tyler Boyd. So, I mean, he has the weapons. And even from the running back position, what's your thoughts on the versatility with that? I mean, you basically have two elusive dual running backs.
Yeah, I mean, Tajay we knew he was a star player coming out of Tulane. I think in his second year, he's really going to have an opportunity to break out here. But it's just so hard when you're going from Derrick Henry, you know? Like, that team had a lot of success with that core, and I think they got the absolute most they got out of Ryan Tannehill. Maybe that's why they're feeling themselves a little bit when it comes to Will Levis. But you're literally and figuratively trying to fill some really big shoes there. So I like the potential with Tajay Spears, but kind of going back what we were just talking about with Will Levis, I don't know if he's ready to have those kind of expectations placed on him just yet. Like, I'm looking at the Titans, and besides DeAndre Hopkins, who you just mentioned, I'm seeing a lot of young talent and a lot of potential, but I'm just not sure it's going to come to fruition just yet. Like, that team's going to have to grow with Callahan and kind of come into its own after a while, I think.
Basically, what he's going to have to do in order to get mentioned with those names, I mean, Peyton, yes, I mean, you got to do 10 years of that. But in order for him to get mentioned with the Joe Burrows of the world and even the Matthew Stafford who put the plus 10 years in, you're going to have to outperform C.J. Stroud, Anthony Richardson, and Trevor Lawrence year in and year out to get that respect. You're going to have to outperform those guys. I don't see C.J. Stroud slowing down no time, Mario. Trevor Lawrence got the weapons around him. And then, of course, Andy Richardson, they were already talking about how freak of an athlete he was.
C.J. Stroud, statistically speaking, might already be the best Ohio State quarterback in the NFL in the history of that program. That's just how bad Ohio State quarterbacks have been. But I think what he did is really hard to replicate. You've been in those locker rooms, man, like coming fresh out of college and being able to not only command the respect of your team right away, but having such a turnaround like the Texans did, that's really impressive. And I think young quarterbacks are going to have a lot of trouble living up to that.
Well, y'all don't go anywhere. Y'all make sure y'all stick around. I got the homie Mario here. We want to thank Small Sliders for bringing us that segment. Small Sliders, 1635 Barataria Boulevard. Yes, Mario finally got his Small Sliders from it, baby. He eating it right down in front of me. Took a little bite off mine, too. Y'all don't go anywhere. When we come back, me and Mario going to try to predict the wins and the loss on the Saints' upcoming schedule. It's ESPN New Orleans, Inside the Trenches.
Hello, somebody. It's Marlon Favorite with Inside the Trenches podcast. Do you need a quick car wash? Well, if that's a yes, you need to visit Crown Car Wash, 1336 Stumpf Boulevard, Gretna, Louisiana, on the West Bank, baby. Crown's the best. You get a spotless wash, nice clean tires, reasonable pricing, and free vacuuming. My favorite part about Crown Car Wash, they open 24/7. That's right, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can visit Crown Car Wash on the West Bank, baby, and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast with Marlon Favorite. Watch out there now. Are you a student athlete looking to take your career to the next level? Look no further than Conquer Sports Pros. That's right, Conquer Sports Pros. Our team of experts will get you guys on the right path to your student athlete journey in life. That's right, we have every position in football you need, and we also help out with other sports. At Conquer Sports Pros, you have everything from a list of consultation, training, and also media training. Yeah, that's right. When you take your career to the next level, play college, and hopefully pro, you'll get lots of interviews. Call Conquer Sports Pros today. You can reach them at 504-319-6672 or visit marlonfavorite.com for more information. Hello, somebody. Well, hello, it's Marlon Favorite with Inside the Trenches podcast. Are you looking for a brand new car? Or you're tired of what you're driving around in? Or you just need wheels? Well, if that's the case, you need to visit Montero Motors, 1512 North Causeway, Metairie, Louisiana. At Montero Motors, our buddy Alberto will get you in a vehicle that fits you that day with no problem. They have vehicles that are pre-owned. You could do a trade-in that day and ride off in something that day. Visit MonteroMotors.com for more information and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast. Hello.
New Orleans has a choice. Download the New Orleans Talk Network app for your mobile device or listen at www.neworleanstalknetwork.com.
Yeah, and we back, baby, and we back. Yeah, it's Inside the Trenches. Yeah, I'm Big Fav with it. Yeah, I gotta get y'all hyped because it's been a while since we've been on a Friday night, baby. A Friday night, it's festival season, and I got the opportunity to kick it with y'all, and I got the homie Mario Harass here. And look, I usually get Mario over the phone on a Tuesday. He came through and slide through with your boy here at Small Sliders, and for this segment, first and foremost, we want to thank our sponsor, Crown Car Wash, for all that they do for the show. That's 1336. Crown Car Wash is at 1336 Stumpf Boulevard, right there in Gretna. You can't miss it. It's the big purple building right there off of Stumpf Boulevard in Gretna. See the Home Depot. And check this out. You want to wash your car, but it's a little nicked up. You got some bumps, you didn't hit the darn pole at the store or the house, and you need to get all of that buffered out and get some detailing and painting done to your car. You got to hit up my man Bo over there. The address off Field Street. I got 6007 Field Street. Go to Bo's Touch Up. The detailing, painting of your cars, they'll hook you up. Definitely. And look, y'all can go to the bottom of this show. Y'all can add it in the messages, and we'll get that to y'all. That's Bo Touch Up. Detailing. Get all them. Your car looking ugly. They can't take you to Crown till you get all of that situated, right? Be sure to do that. They'll paint it up, make it look brand new for you. Then y'all make sure y'all hit up my folks at Crown Car Wash, get it washed. Look, they can be done at 7 o'clock at night. Crown not closed. They're 24/7, baby. You can go get your car wash at Crown Car Wash. So, Mario, it's time to take a look at this Saints' football schedule, see who they playing. I know the NFL is going to release the official schedule next week and the dates, the locations, and all that. But we at least know the home games and the away games for sure. So let's go ahead and take a look at the black and gold and their opportunities and the possibility.
Let's get it. I love this game. And I love the schedule release, too. I'm looking forward to that with all the social media teams and how much effort they put into that.
Yes,
that's always a lot of fun. It's another event the NFL hypes up and people actually watch.
No doubt. Hey, I'm looking forward to, never lying, bro. They do hype it up. Last year it was the Rams that won it, huh?
Yes.
Theirs was fire. Like, they did the whole deal.
Yes, and the Chargers had an anime one a couple years ago that they spent like $1 million on, but it was worth it. Like, that was good work. I still remember it years later.
You gotta love the hype behind these shows. And by the way, man, speaking of shows, we got the Legends Fest this weekend. So Mario, I know you said you're gonna come through in Vacherie. DJ Toon gonna be on the ones and twos, but we just had Million Bags pull up. So that must mean we're gonna do a performance this last segment coming up and talk about the festival. So I look forward to that. Now, Mario, let's look at the schedule. We have to be honest with ourselves. I know we're excited for the Saints and everything. So we're just looking at the games. I got the home games in front of me first.
All right.
Right? Atlanta at home.
Starting with the Falcons, man, I hate to start so pessimistically, but I would pencil that as a loss right now. Kirk Cousins, I know he's kind of gone through a lot since he's gotten to Atlanta. I know he only has one playoff victory, but the one playoff victory was in the Superdome against the Saints. He normally plays pretty well there. So as much as it pains me, if I'm speaking objectively, I would pick the Falcons to win that game in the Dome right now.
Now, that's a good point you made. Like, when he comes to the Dome, he's typically victorious. And then I look at it like from this perspective, the weapons he has around him. You have money at wide receiver. You got Kyle Pitts. You got a Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Love situation set up. You remember that, huh? Yes. They drafted Jordan Love in the first round, and with Jordan Love, with Aaron Rodgers when they had an MVP season, I'll show you we need a first rounder.
Yeah, interesting strategy, Terry Fontenot, and he said their logic in doing that was we don't plan on picking this early again, but man, that's risky territory right there, and it's unfortunate for Kirk Cousins because the main reason he left the Vikings, at least according to him, is because he didn't feel that they were very loyal to him. And the very first thing the Falcons do, literally, is draft his successor. So feel a little bad for Kirk.
So you're saying the Saints going to start off 0-1?
Yes. If that's the first game at home, I would say so, yes.
And after the next two games, Carolina and Cleveland, are they 2-1?
I think you beat Carolina for sure. Cleveland, that game in New Orleans. I'm going to pick Cleveland to win that game. Jameis Winston makes his return to the Dome.
Oh.
Probably not going to play in a perfect world. If he does play, then things get really interesting.
Oh, man.
But top to bottom right now, the Browns just have a better team.
So at
1
this
and 2.
point, they're 1-2 right now. Then the Broncos come to town. Coach, you talk about Jameis coming back. Coach Payton comes back for the first time, but as the Denver's head coach, how the Saints look in that matchup?
That's a victory to me. You're possibly facing a rookie quarterback in Bo Nix. Dome is going to be electric regardless of what the Saints record is up to that point. And Sean Payton, knowing him, is probably going to do some really cocky stuff in that game. Like, I could see a double wide receiver pass to, like, a fullback or something. So I think that helps the Saints win. The crowd helps them, and they win their first home game against the Broncos.
Okay, so they stay at home for the next 2 games against Vegas Raiders. That'll be cool for Derek Carr, and then they play on Los Angeles Rams. No more Aaron Donald.
Oh, boy. Andres Pete revenge game with the Raiders there in the Superdome.
Ooh.
Man, the quarterback situation is really interesting in Las Vegas. So I guess I'll go ahead and pick the Saints to win that game. Derek Carr going up against his old team. Pretty evenly matched right now, I think, between those two. But Saints at home, I'll give them the edge. And then against the Rams, I'll probably take the Rams in that game. Similar logic, just top to bottom, they're better. I remember calling the game last year. You know, I do the Spanish broadcast.
That's right.
For the Saints. And I'll never forget watching Pete Carmichael's offense and then Sean McVay, although the Rams were banged up, watching his offense. It was like watching, like, 2 completely different operations, like 2 offenses that operate completely differently. One is attention to detail, looks crisp. The other was just a complete mess. So that's my lasting image of last year's game, and for that reason, I picked the Rams to win again this year.
No doubt. And look, y'all, make sure y'all follow Mario at Mario_E_harass on X, formerly known as Twitter. Y'all check Mario out. He's right. He does the Spanish radio for the Saints, for the Pels. You can also get the latest on his Pels Kitchen podcast, which he's going to give us some draft previews and stuff like that. So y'all be sure to check out my man Mario. And you can also follow DJ Tune at Straight Tune. If you have weddings, birthday parties coming up, like me, I had to book them for 4 festivals and this show. Hit up DJ Tune, Straight Tune on Instagram. Very good brother, and he DJs his tail off, literally. He does his thing. All right, let's get through the rest of the schedule here, right? We got Atlanta at home. Again, we beat Atlanta. In Atlanta. We played them at home already. Do we return a favor and beat them in Atlanta?
Yes. I think it's a screwy rivalry, right? Saints, Falcons. Atlanta gets them at home, which they didn't do much in the Peyton Breeze era. Like the Saints normally won that game in the Superdome, but we're not in that era anymore, right? And I think the Falcons win in New Orleans, but then the Saints can very easily get revenge and win the game in Atlanta. And Taysom Hill probably has a big game because he always does against the Falcons.
That's right. Okay, now Carolina at Bank of America.
Carolina at Bank of America. Who? Can the Saints sweep Carolina again? I'm going to go ahead and pick the Panthers to win that game. Maybe they're not there in the win-loss column next year, but I think Bryce Young is going to make some progress. They're going to get some good wins, and a divisional game against the Saints might fit that category. I could see Carolina win a close game at home against the Saints.
Man, to me, Carolina, I like the fact that they brought in a guy like Robert Hunt to update their roster on the offensive line. All right, so we're going to look at the next 3 games. And now this is where it gets very interesting. At Dallas, at Green Bay. Let's go 4 games. At Kansas City and at the Chargers.
Oh, man.
2
and 2 stretch sounds a little ambitious there, Big Fave. Like, I want to pick the Saints to win 2 of those games, but 1 and 3 might sound like the best scenario. Maybe against Dallas. Although I know that kind of pains you, being a Cowboys guy. But yeah, that's a tough stretch. The schedule is not what it was last year, and that is unfortunate for Saints fans. So just being realistic, being objectively, I think they maybe win 1 of those games, and if I had to pick one, it would be the Dallas game.
So how many games we went through so far? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 games, and you said out of those 12 games, you counted what?
I think I got
4 loss.
I think I got them 5-7 so far.
5-7.
Not the best mathematician, but
5-7. That's about right. Okay, so let's deal with that 5-7, and then you got New York. So let's say they're 6-7.
Yeah.
At
that's the
Raymond
one.
James. So now they 7-7. You
Yep.
think they beat them at
And
Raymond James?
I can see them get that win. That's typical Saints, right? They start out really bad. Their record's not great, but then they rally towards the end. They get a win they're maybe not supposed to get, kind of like last season.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay won the division, but they still won on the road towards the end. So at this point, I think the Saints are doing just enough to stay in the hunt. Maybe some heartbreak at the end, but they're still in it at this point.
8-7. Philly at home.
Yes. Philly at home. No. That's a loss. I'm sorry. I was looking at the next game.
Ooh, so now it's 7-8.
Yes.
So now we're back to 8-8.
Yes. In the best case scenario, you got 2 more games after that, right?
9-8, and then we got 9.
Yes.
So you think the Saints finish 9-8? Am I saying that right?
Yes, they probably. That means they would go 1-1 in those last 2, correct?
They'll have to. So flip a coin. I mean, we have a rookie in Jaden Daniels. Hopefully he not having. Well, hopefully he is having a good year. I'm torn between. We want to see him do well, but yeah, well, I got Mario at the table. I thought we was looking at about a 10-7, boy. Mario like 9, and I think probably I would probably challenge you a little bit on them first 4 games. I would probably say we would beat Cleveland just because it's at home, and I don't know which Cleveland team we going to get. So that's why I got my 10-7. Well, we want to hear from you. At him, at Mario_E_harass. This is way too early. We're going to do this again once the schedule is dropped and all of that good old stuff. But it's inside the trenches. Y'all don't go anywhere. You can hit me up at BigFave504. Y'all let me know, what is the Saints' record next year? What are the wins and losses for next season? We got DJ Tune over here. We live at Small Sliders. We want to thank Crown Car Wash for sponsoring this segment. And remember, before you go get that car wash, hit up Bowles Touch Up, baby. Detailing and painting right there at 6007. That is Field Street, Marrero, Louisiana as well. Just like here live at Small Sliders, it's getting packed, baby. We got million bags about to hit the stage with yours here in a few. It's ESPN New Orleans, inside the trenches, baby.
Are you a student athlete looking to take your career to the next level? Look no further than Conquer Sports Pros. That's right, Conquer Sports Pros. Our team of experts will get you guys on the right path to your student athlete journey in life. That's right, we have every position in football you need, and we also help out with other sports. At Conquer Sports Pros, you have everything from a list of consultation, training, and also media training. Yeah, that's right. When you take your career to the next level, play college and hopefully pro, you'll get lots of interviews. Call Conquer Sports Pros today. You can reach them at 504-319-6672 or visit marlonfavorite.com for more information. Hello, somebody. Are you looking for your dream home? Well, if that's the case, you need to contact Joe Picolo at Godwyn Realty, right here in New Orleans. Joe can put you in your dream home right away. Joe Picolo and the folks over at Godwyn Realty put you in the house that you need. Even if you're looking to invest in some property, they'll do an excellent job with that as well. Contact Joe today at 504-251-8341. Again, that phone number is 504-251-8341. And also contact Joel at joel.godwynrealty.com. No need to dream anymore. Godwyn Realty will put you in the dream house of your reality. Hello, somebody.
It's that boy Fred, host of FanView Podcast. Tune into the NOTN app, weekdays, 3:30 for the FanView Podcast. Go to NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com to watch more episodes of FanView Podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch.
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Call our business department today at 504-475-4793 to hear about our great rates. NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. We provide the people, you provide the business.
Hello, somebody. It's Marlon Favorite with Inside the Trenches Podcast. Do you need a quick car wash? Well, if that's a yes, you need to visit Crown Car Wash, 1336 Stumpf Boulevard, Gretna, Louisiana, on the West Bank, baby. Crown's the best. You get a spotless wash, nice clean tires, reasonable pricing, and free vacuuming. My favorite part about Crown Car Wash, they open 24/7. That's right, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can visit Crown Car Wash on the West Bank, baby, and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast with Marlon Favorite Weekdays. Watch out there now.
Well, welcome back. It's Inside the Trenches. I'm your host, Marlon Favorite. And y'all at Small Sliders Live, baby. We turned up this Friday having ourselves a good time. It's festival season, baby. Like Mario made a good point earlier. He said, man, the Pels not in it no more. And it's football season. The draft's over. It's like, man, we're looking for some fun. But that's the beauty of being from New Orleans, baby, because it's festivals all the time here. Me, Millie on Bags, DJ Toon, we're making our way to Vacherie, Louisiana tomorrow to perform at the K. Levy's Legends Festival. Before we get into the festival talk, it has been one interesting week, not only in entertainment, but in sports. Now, locally here, Mario, you said that the Pels are going to make some changes here on their roster.
Yeah, a report came out a few minutes ago via Twitter. This is according to Mike A. Scotto, who works for Hoops Hype. He says that the Pelicans are not expected to re-sign Jonas Valanciunas, and the rest of the tweet says that New Orleans will be prioritizing floor spacing around Zion Williamson this season. Valanciunas becomes one of the best available bigs in unrestricted free agency. That is unfortunate. Like, I get the gist of that tweet. I understand certain matchups, Jonas can't be on the floor because you have to go small, but it's unfortunate because he feels like one of the most dependable pieces on this Pelicans team going back the last few years. I mean, this guy played all 82 games last year, Big Fave. That's rare in the NBA, especially for somebody who takes that much contact in Jonas Valanciunas. So this isn't really surprising. His minutes fluctuated a lot towards the end of the season. But I think somebody, like that tweet says, is going to get a really good center. I mean, last thing I'll say is he's won on every team he's been on, whether it be Toronto, then Memphis at the beginning with John Morant. And now here, the Pelicans have made 3 straight postseasons, which isn't that impressive on the surface. But for the Pelicans, that's something they have not done before. So I get it, but I'll miss Jonas for sure.
I will. And you thinking that the big part of it was financial, is just being able to afford them. And we understand that. Now, this happens a lot in football. When we get rid of the veteran with the skill, with the knowledge, that costs too much, we go to the draft or we go to free agency and look at a younger guy that may be available. Priorities for the Pels. I know for the Saints before the draft, first thing we were screaming was offensive lineman. Second thing we were screaming because of the Michael Thomas situation was wide receiver. And then a lot of people for that third slot was talking quarterback because they just didn't like the way the room was shaping. When you look at this Pelicans team, 3 areas of needs in the draft, what direction they go, or in free agency, both?
I think we've talked about it a little bit on the show before, too. Like, center, for sure. You're going to have a new starting center no matter what, if this Jonas Valanciunas news holds true. I think you need another ball handler, whether or not it's somebody who's your starting point guard. I think you need somebody else who can create their own shot to take pressure off of Zion and McCollum and whoever else is here. And then the third need, I'll say, is to empower is the word I'm looking for, the younger players on the roster. Like Trey Murphy, if all this Brandon Ingram news smoke is true, is going to be a starter next year. We know he's a good offensive player, but he needs to improve a little bit on defense if he's going to take that next step. And then Herb Jones, too. This is somebody who is a really good defender, one of the best in the league already, probably going to make first team all defense, but still coming into his own offensively a little bit. I think he needs a little bit more freedom offensively next year. And I think Herb, he improved his jump shot. You saw that. He's also getting better off the dribble. So you need to add to your team, but you also need to empower these guys a little more. And then guys on the end of the bench that didn't even play, you spent the first round pick on Jordan Hawkins. He's an elite shooter even in his young age. You need to find a way to get him on the court next season. And him being a bad defender isn't a bad excuse. You as a coaching staff need to find a way to play him. And probably Matt Ryan as well, because shooting is important. So the Pelicans definitely need to go add to their team. They're probably going to make a big change in trading Brandon Ingram. But you need bigger roles for Murphy, for Herb Jones. And Hawkins, like I said, needs to be on the court next year.
I'm with you on that, Mario. I think it should start there. We should go at the players that we have are good now and make them into the next stars. So however this roster shapes up, Herb Jones, Trey Murphy, Zion Williamson. And I think we look at 2 other spots. I mean, I know C.J. McCollum is a veteran on his team, and we still have Brandon Ingram. But when I look at areas of need and I look at different teams across the league, Oklahoma City have a point guard. Dallas was in search for a point guard, but now they got a point guard and Kyrie Irving. These 2 teams I just mentioned are still in the NBA playoffs, and I think that position at point guard is a very important piece to it.
For sure. And I think you could do it unconventional as well. Like Shai Gilgeous is a point guard by position, but not really a true point guard floor general like Chris Paul was, right? And obviously the Pelicans are trying to implement something similar with Zion. Denver has a lot of success with Nikola Jokic. But whether or not you do the point Zion thing, like I said, I think you need another ball handler. Like the ball got really sticky. You did not even score 95 points in those 4 games against Oklahoma City. Like the Pelicans offense kind of broken right now. And I think part of that is a personality. You just need more people that can create their own shot. And for what it's worth, I think they will trade Brandon Ingram, just if I had to predict today. And I don't think it's all his fault. I don't mean to make him the scapegoat, but I just think they want to do something a little bit different stylistically. Him and Zion, both not great shooters, both not defenders. So maybe just get somebody that fits better with Zion, empower the young players like we were just talking about, and build your team around him.
If you're just tuning in to Inside the Trenches, we're talking festivals here in the New Orleans area, but we're also talking about news around the league. Valanciunas, it doesn't appear that the Pelicans are going to, well, they're not going to pick up his option, too expensive. So we're just kind of looking at what direction should this team take for the draft and the free agency. And I love the point that Mario made. He mentioned someone. We drafted Trey Murphy. We drafted Herb Jones out of Alabama in the 2nd round. We brought in key pieces to this team. Herb, an all-defensive NBA player. Trey Murphy, when he's on fire, he's an elite shooter. Let's build around that, bring in a young team. We see young teams can go to a stretch. Look at OKC. That's a team that's going to stretch and has a young, very young team. Minnesota.
Yeah.
Minnesota's a young team.
Yeah.
Minnesota is a young team as well. Anthony Edwards is 22 years old. Mm-hmm. So these are the things that I look at when shaping up teams.
Yeah.
Now, Mario, I was asking you about the festivals. You mentioned to me once before that you enjoy being back here in the New Orleans area. You can enjoy the festivals. Everything's right there. What's one of your favorite festivals to attend?
Man, Jazz Fest is always a lot of fun. That was popping the other day. And I love Cinco de Mayo, obviously being Latin American heritage. But I kind of went bar hopping a little bit last Sunday. And I ended up at a really fun party over at Velvet Cactus. So I love when cultures blend together. You know, you have so much diversity here in New Orleans. So a lot of different festivals really highlight that. And I really enjoyed Jazz Fest. Really enjoyed Cinco de Mayo.
That's because one of our favorite dishes here, one of our best dishes here is gumbo. And gumbo is a mixed pot of action, right? You got sausage and gumbo, chicken, you got gumbo filet, you got you got the Holy Trinity, right? You got your celery, your bell peppers, your onions, and that's what New Orleans is. We are a mixed culture. Well, speaking of that, I want to get our listeners tuned up for this next segment. For our last segment, we will entertain y'all. It's Friday. We want y'all having a good time. So DJ Tune, we got Million Bags in the building. We're going to perform a couple of the songs off of our set for tomorrow's Legends Festival. The Legends Festival is going to be in Vacherie, Louisiana, right off of 3127. Y'all make sure it's free. If y'all don't have anything to do, y'all want to take y'all a little ride. If you live in the city, it's about a 30-minute ride right outside of New Orleans, surrounding areas. You're very close to it. But, again, man, it's the Legends Fest. We'll be out there. You have guys like Stephen King performing. Kay Levy's going to shut it down. He's going to be the last performance. We got local celebrity Lil Reezy. He's going to be there doing this thing as well. And then next week, we'll talk about this on the show again next week. Hopefully we'll get some of the acts. For the Woodmere Fest, Small Sliders is legit. Small Sliders Marrero is about 5 minutes from the biggest subdivision in Louisiana, and that is Woodmere. That festival is look at my M's mixed up. May 18th, that's next Saturday. It's from 1 to 7. Hot Boy Ronald, Make It Hot. Y'all know Hot Boy Ronald? Come on, Make It Hot. He's going to be there. You're going to have some brass bands in the building. It's for everybody, baby. Y'all make sure y'all make y'all way onto the Woodmere Fest. We got some more coming up on the schedule. We'll keep y'all posted for sure. But it's one of my favorite times of the year because even for the players, Mario, it's OTAs, it's organized team activities. It's the part where the teams are actually built, right? When we get to training camp, when those guys go to Cali for training camp, they're going to be out there with some fans. They're not going to know who they are. The people coming watching, they don't really know them. But when you're here in the city, you're getting to know the community and you're starting to get to know the locker room is a good thing here for this time of the year.
Yeah, man, there's so much to do. You may as well take advantage of it. And whether you're an athlete or just a normal person, I think getting fresh air is a really good thing, right? There's a lot of studies to show that sunlight is good. So this time of year is prime time for that. So I would definitely get out and enjoy the festivals.
Definitely. See, I'll make sure y'all make y'all way out there. It's the Legends Fest tomorrow in Vacherie, Louisiana. K. Levy's second annual Legends Fest. Me and the boy Million Bags going to close out this show, do a live performance, do some of the stuff we do. But, I mean, we've had a great time here just talking about the NBA playoffs are heating up. It's getting close to the conference finals. Before you know it, we'll be in the NBA finals, enjoying such a good year. And then remember, May 15th, right here, that's this Wednesday, y'all make y'all way to Small Sliders Marrero. We're going to have the corn hole toss going on. Probably have a little dodgeball. DJ Tune will be out here. And look, it's important that y'all download the Small Sliders app. You can go to your Google Play in your Android phone, or you can go to your App Store in your Apple phone. Type in Small Sliders. The app will get to your location. The beautiful thing about the app is two things. You do get a free Small Sliders slider when you come show that app on the app. But like I told y'all, this place is different, right? They make your burger for you on the spot. So if you want to get your Small Sliders fresh and ready to go when you pull up, go ahead and put your order in on the Small Sliders app, baby. It's Inside the Trenches. We'll be right back. Me and the homie Million Bags, baby. DJ Tune, ESPN New Orleans.
Hello, somebody. Yeah, I'ma move my body. Yeah, I'ma be somebody. You never know when you gonna need somebody. Hello, somebody. It's the host of Inside the Trenches on ESPN New Orleans, 100.3 FM, Marlon Favorite Weekdays. Come join me every Monday, 6 to 8 p.m. at Uptown Sports Social. That's 3218 Magazine Street, New Orleans, Louisiana. Uptown Sports Social got them dollar wing specials between 6 to 8 if y'all come check us out then. And you can get the Gorilla. That's the Big Fave special. Uptown Sports Social, 3218 Magazine Street. Come on through, baby. Hello, somebody. Are you a student athlete looking to take your career to the next level? Look no further than Conquer Sports Pros. That's right, Conquer Sports Pros. Our team of experts will get you guys on the right path to your student athlete journey in life. That's right, we have every position in football you need, and we also help out with other sports. At Conquer Sports Pros, you have everything from a list of consultation, training, and also media training. Yeah, that's right. When you take your career to the next level, play college and hopefully pro, you'll get lots of interviews. Call Conquer Sports Pros today. You can reach them at 504-319-6672 or visit marlonfavorite.com for more information. Hello, somebody. Hello, somebody. It's your boy Marlon Favorite. And when I'm hungry, I like to make my way to Small Sliders. 1635 Barataria Boulevard, Marrero, Louisiana. Simple on purpose. When I tell you their burgers are delicious, have some great sauce on them, I'm telling you, when you're just hungry and just need to grab a quick bite, this is the perfect place for you. Small Sliders. The customer service is nice. It's somewhere you can bring the family, hang out and chill, enjoy the atmosphere. Now I'm a big boy, so when I like to take my Small Sliders, I like to get the biggest smalls. Double patties, bacon, cheese, you name it. Just a delicious burger. And I like to top it off with my favorite, the cookies and cream milkshake. There are 3 delicious flavors: milkshake, chocolate, vanilla, and cookies and cream. Small Sliders. Simple on purpose. Y'all come on and slide through, baby. And let them know that you heard about them on Inside the Trenches with your boy Marlon Favorite. Watch out there now. Well, hello, it's Marlon Favorite with Inside the Trenches podcast. Are you looking for a brand new car, or you're tired of what you're driving around in? Or you just need wheels? Well, if that's the case, you need to visit Montero Motors, 1512 North Causeway, Metairie, Louisiana. At Montero Motors, our buddy Alberto will get you in a vehicle that fits you that day with no problem. They have vehicles that are pre-owned. You can do a trade-in that day and ride off in something that day. Visit MonteroMotors.com for more information and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast. Hello.
Step Construction is here for you with a brand new offer. We now provide affordable storage sheds. Stop wasting your money on overpriced storage units and portable containers. Step Construction can provide you with a custom shed that will fit your budget and storage needs. So contact Step Construction today at 504-340-5809 for your own personal quote. Let us help you take the next step at Step Construction.
Sports lovers in the house. The sports lovers in the house. Where are my sports lovers at? If you're into sports, you like bars, you need to make your way to UPT Sports Social. That's 3218 Magazine Street, New Orleans, Louisiana, baby. And remember, 6 to 8 p.m. every Monday, Inside the Trenches podcast is going to be live. Sports Pod Live, baby. Y'all make sure y'all make y'all way to Uptown Sports Social, Magazine Street. On Magazine Street, we getting down, baby. It's Inside the Trenches podcast. Hello, somebody.
Well, welcome back to Inside the Trenches. I'm your host, Marlon Favorite, and thank y'all so much for listening to us today. Remember, y'all can check us out every week, Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 p.m., right here on Inside the Trenches. And then here's another thing too, guys. We want to say thank you to all of our viewers, all of our listeners, everybody that check us out on New Orleans Talk Network, all of y'all who streams us. We appreciate y'all from the bottom of our hearts. And we want to thank our sponsors as well, baby. We right here, Small Sliders Live. Thank you, Small Sliders, for providing us with this spot to do our thing. We want to thank Montero Motors, Crown Car Wash. We want to thank Godwyn Realty, Uptown Sports Social. Remember, we'll be at Uptown Sports Social this Monday and every Monday, 3218 Magazine Street, Small Sliders, baby. Well, me and my man Millie on Bags, as we promised y'all, we got the Legends Fest, K Levy's Legends Fest, tomorrow from 12 to 6 p.m. in Vacherie, Louisiana. So it's only right here tonight on Inside the Trenches, ESPN New Orleans. We rock this thing, baby. It's Friday. Let's go, DJ Tune.
Let's go, baby.
Come on. Yeah. Put your hands up. Small Sliders Live. Now put your hands up. Come on.
Yeah.
Where you at, Bags?
Come on. Look. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Come on.
Come on. Yeah. Listen. Hey, beautiful, just gotta let you know, even after all of this time. Girl, you're wonderful, just gotta tell you so, you always stay on my mind.
You always stay on my mind.
Thinking about our love, praying to the Lord above, hoping that I'm with you forever. And when we're done on earth, baby, we still gon' feel right there with them angels in heaven.
Come on, look.
We got a love that make people wanna try. We never give up, girl, you know we gon' survive.
Come on, cause girl,
nobody like you. Come on, rock with us, It ain't enough to just say it every day. We gotta show up in every single way. Cause girl, I adore.
Cause girl, what?
Baby, don't you go nowhere.
Baby, don't you go nowhere.
I just need to stop and stare. Taking all your beauty, baby, cause you're truly amazing. This ain't even so amazing.
Baby, don't you go nowhere.
Come on. I think we're just getting ready.
1, 2, 3,
Come
go.
on. Yeah, look. You drive me crazy. I wouldn't change a thing. You're a blessing.
Girl, you a blessing.
Come on, baby girl, you fine as wine. Now you got me over here guessing.
And
when I think about all the things we talked about, it never gets old, ain't no stressing.
Yeah.
And when I think of you, baby, you ain't got a clue. Appreciate you now more than ever.
1, 2, 3, cuz. Come on, Fave, take him to church.
There's nobody. Baby, People wanna try, never give up, girl. You know we gon' survive.
'Cause what?
There's nobody like
Nobody.
you. Come on, small sliders. Where you at?
Where
Come
y'all
on.
at?
A small slider.
Yeah. Where y'all at?
Look, this girl I adore you.
Baby, don't you go nowhere. I just need to stop and stare. Yeah. Take on the church, baby. Let's get it.
So amazing. Baby, don't you go nowhere. Don't go. I just need to stop and stare. Taking on your beauty, baby, 'cause you're truly.
Yeah.
So amazing. Oh yeah, we getting this thing rolling, but when we play this one tomorrow at the Legends Fest, it's going down. DJ Tune, drop that thing.
Yeah.
This is what you want, girl,
come on.
and I'ma give you what you asking
Look,
for.
and I'ma give you what
come
you
on.
asking for. And I'ma give you what you asking for. Come on.
This is what you wanted, girl, and I'ma give you what you looking for.
And I'ma give you what y'all looking for. And I'ma give you what you looking for. I've been down a couple months, I just started my jokes. My celly got funny to life. He 50 years old, my ex-girl tripping on me about all this. But she keeps phoning my calls just to say I'm a dog. I hate to trick Terenisha. I thought she was a keeper, but the baby dreams like I was in a sleeper.
What else?
But it's all good, I'ma take my lick. I should've followed my first mind, not the love then.
Come
I
on.
had this girl named Courtney, she was holding me down. She said, I'll be there for you.
Soon as you touch down.
A bad little chick on a jazzy. She kept her hair run low with the Gucci flow. But this is what you want, and I'ma give it to you proper.
Yeah.
On that fake love, you deserve an Oscar. I'ma give you money, poppin' bottles, woo, money over.
Come on,
model
sing
that
it
we
with
follow.
me.
Look.
This is what you wanted, girl, and I'ma give you
I
what you
said,
asking
look,
for.
and I'ma give y'all what y'all asking for. And I'ma give you what you asking for. Oh, come on.
This is what you wanted, girl, and I'ma give you what you looking for.
And I'ma give y'all what y'all looking for. And I'ma give you what you looking for. Yeah.
If this is what you wanted,
This is what you want.
I'ma give you what you're asking
I'ma give you what you
for.
want.
Something to relax upon.
Yeah. What?
Word is born. If this is what you need, I'ma give you what you're looking for.
What? Look.
What you're looking for.
What y'all looking for? Come on.
And I'ma give you what you asking for.
Look, and I'ma give y'all what y'all asking for. Yes, I'ma give you what you asking
Come
for.
on,
Come on.
This is what you wanted, girl, and I'ma
Yeah, I
give
see
you
you
what
doing.
you looking for.
And I'ma give y'all what y'all looking for. And I'ma give you what you looking for. Yeah.
Ladies,
Look. And I'ma give y'all what y'all asking for. And I'ma give you what you're looking for.
come on, ladies,
Yeah.
one more time.
Look, 1, 2, 3, go.
This is what you wanted, girl, and I'ma give you what you asking for.
And I'ma give you what y'all asking for. And I'ma give you what you asking for. Come on.
This is what you wanted, girl, and I'ma give you what you looking for.
And I'ma give you what you looking for. And I'ma give you what you looking for. Come on, coming down in a couple months. I just started my joke.
What else?
Selling my 40 to life, 50 years old.
What else?
Ex-girl tripping on me about all them. But
Come
she
on.
keep bumping my calls. You can say I'm a dog. I had to chick the Terenisha and I thought she was a keeper. The girl feel me dreams like I was in a sleeper. But it's all good. I'ma take my lick. I should've followed my first mind. I love that. I had this girl named Courtney. She was holding me up. She said I'll be there for you. Soon as you touch down the bed, little chick on the jazz. She took my cap. Look, 1, 2, 3.
This is what you wanted, girl, and I'ma give you what you asking for.
And I'ma give you what you're asking for. And I'ma give you what you asking for. Come on.
This is what you wanted, girl, and I'ma give you what you looking for.
And I'ma give you what you looking for. And I'ma give you what you looking for. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we just getting this thing going. I'm mic up a little.
Turn my mic up a little too, yeah.
1, 2, 1, 2. There we go. A little bit more. There we go. It's inside
Yeah.
the trenches. We're going to wrap this thing up. And y'all know how we do it. It's hello, somebody. Come on. I'ma move my body. You gonna be somebody.
Cause you never know when you gonna need somebody. Let's get it, man.
Put your hands up. Come on. Now put your hands up. Yeah.
Look,
Come on.
Like
If you're rocking with
this.
me. Come on. Put them. Yeah. Look. radio. Hello. Hello, somebody. Yeah, I'ma move my body. I'ma be somebody. You never know when you gon' need somebody. Hello, somebody. Yeah, I'ma move my body. Yeah,
I'ma be somebody, cause you never know when you gon' need somebody.
From LA to LA, they yelling hello, fade.
Hello,
Big
fade.
dog, smooth cat with some mellow waves.
Mellow
In
waves.
10th grade, I used to rock the mellow braid.
Yeah.
Private schools at the time, they wanted us with fade. And the dog went to West Jeff, Marlon steps up big with the peps.
Look, you can call me Lucky Left.
Do it for my turn, I'ma do it for my neck. Do it for small
Yeah.
sliders. Come
Look,
on,
look, look.
Hello, somebody. Yeah, I'ma move my body. Yeah, I'ma be somebody. You never know when you gon' need somebody. Hello, somebody. Yeah, I'ma move my body. Come on, you gon' be somebody.
You never know when you gon' need somebody. Hello.
I gotta represent. Fave in this thing, I'ma make it make sense. You can shake your leg for me, move them on for me. Chopper style with it, chopper style. Now do that West Bang, baby, boy, that West Bang party. Do that West Bang, baby, boy, that West Bang party. Peace, shake for me, now rock for me. Back it up like it's 2005 BV. Now hello. Hello, somebody. I see you over there working that body.
I see you, girl.
Keep grinding, you gon' be somebody.
And that's fact.
They never know when they gon' need somebody. Hello, somebody. I see you over there working that body. Keep grinding, you gon' be some. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go.
Work out. Look, work out. Look, your body. I say, work out. Look, work out in the end with your body. Look, 1, 2, 3, go.
Come on,
Hello, somebody.
Yeah, I'ma move my body. I'ma be somebody. You never know when you gon' need somebody.
Hello.
It's a Friday.
Hello,
It's a
somebody.
Friday. Do it my way. Come on, yeah, and you gon' be somebody.
You never know when you gon' need somebody. Hello.
Skip from that 504 to Atlanta. Skip from that 504 to New York. Skip from that 504 to Chicago.
Yeah.
Skip from that 504 to LA. Skip from that 504 out in Dallas. Skip from that 504 out in